Hey y'all, Roxanne here. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I hope you stick around and join the fun. I'm doing a bit of prep work this weekend for another overnight that I want to do, just as I'm preparing for the longer trips that I want to take in a couple months, probably about a month or so. Yeah, and I thought it would be really good to show you some of the things that I am doing to ensure that I am traveling safely as a solo female. There are some things that, I already had because I kept them in my car camping kit, but then specifically for the van, there were some things that I ended up having to buy. So what I thought I would do is I would start in the garage and just show you some of the things that are like pertinent to the vehicle itself, and then come inside and show you some of my personal safety items. Okay, let's go. Here we are in the garage. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, the bed is above me. Here's the platform, the bamboo that's holding the bed up, and then storage on both sides. Water on this side, electrical on that side. If you have been on my channel at all, you'll know that I've had some battery issues with my van. I ended up having to get that battery replaced. So I thought the first thing that I would show would be in keeping with that theme. I think that I will always have one of these in my daily driver and my van. It's a battery charging kit. It comes in a case and you get the cables, they plug into this, you turn it on and you're able to charge your car's battery if it dies. I actually was hiking the last time my daily driver battery died, and the wrecker driver, AAA driver that came out to jump my car, this is what he used, the exact one, because I took a picture of it, went out and bought it the same day. He actually said if you're out recreating, if you go to remote places, if you camp, if you do road trips and you don't have something like this, you really should get it, because this is totally like legit what he used. And you don't have to get this one. There are several types on Amazon, and if you go like to Walmart, Target, any of those stores, they generally have them as well, automotive stores, things like that. Just look for something big enough to charge your car's battery, which if they're selling it with the jumper cables, it should be able to do that. Now, I did end up using this on my van and it did not turn over the battery. We know now because it was faulty, but I also carry actual jumper cables. This is the one that stays in the van, so it's pretty massive, just as a backup, because if you drain the battery jumper kit and you don't have any cables, like that's it, you're kind of done, and you're at the mercy of somebody else having cables. So I'd rather just carry them myself and be safe. Number 2 came at the recommendation of my big brother. It is an OBD2 reader. Basically, whenever your car's check engine light, all of the other lights, come up, you're able to plug this into the OBD port and you can check to see what codes it's throwing so that you can make an informed decision when you go to the mechanic. It's great to have that. For me personally, I love having that information beforehand, before going in and having them say, oh, you need to fix these 15 things, when actually this is just showing 2. So this has been really helpful, and I knew that with the issues that I was having with the battery, that the issue was the battery because the codes were there. I didn't see all of the codes, so mechanics definitely are able to see things that we cannot using this, but this is a great tool to start. I do still trust the experts because I am not an expert when it comes to vehicles, but one of those experts is my big brother. Number 3 is a tire inflator. Now, I'm not one of those girlies that's going to be like off-roading and doing all kinds of stuff. I don't need to deflate my tires to get over rough terrain. This is mostly for emergencies. Now, I could be one of those girlies if I had a 4x4 kit and like lifted and all that good stuff, but I don't. So we're not going to do that. But basically what this is it has the little, you guys have done this, it has the little pump, whatever that is, that you attach to your tire so that you can check the PSI, which shows up here. And then if you need to inflate, then there's like different speeds and things like that. It has some adapters, so if you have like a bike or you have tubes, you can also use this for that. And the other cool thing about this one specifically is that it has 2 power inlets, so one for the 12 volt and one for the 110. So you can plug it into like a regular outlet or a 12 volt outlet. Number 4 might be a bit extra, but I am that girl. So one of my nightmares is being stalled on the side of the road, needing to change a tire that's flat, and it's getting dark. I don't love that. I've seen like too many videos of people getting hit by cars because they're out there changing tires and stuff, and they just don't have any kind of reflective gear, or people aren't paying attention, because that happens too. But I did get a reflective vest that I'm able to wear if I'm ever in that situation, or I'm just waiting for first responders, need to get out of my car, whatever. You gonna see me is what this is. And then the other thing that I got is warning triangles. I got the big ones because I want you to know from very far away that there is a stalled vehicle in your lane and you need to get over. Once again, you're not going to be able to say that you didn't see me. All right, we're back in the van where it's much warmer. I love that for me. So number 5 is going to be dealing with all things fire safety. As part of the van build, GeoTrek put in a fire extinguisher right by the sliding door. I believe that is required by law. And they also put in a smoke and carbon monoxide detector in the kitchen area. It's actually right above the driver's side. I put in an additional carbon monoxide smoke detector by the battery, and I still have another fire extinguisher that I brought in from my car camping kit that I carry in the kitchen cabinet. Now, the other thing, my sister bought me when I finally got the van is this. So it's a fire blanket. If you're on social media and watch these type of videos, you've probably seen this. You know, you open it up and it's this big white blanket that you put over like a grease fire or just, you know, any kind of kitchen fire or anything like that. So I keep this nearby. I don't anticipate that I'm going to have that issue because I have an induction stovetop, but I do travel with a propane stove that I try not to use, but it's definitely there for backup. So better safe than sorry. Number 6 is something that I carry not just in the van, but in my daily driver and in my hiking pack. First aid kit. Now this one is as big as my head, or actually it's bigger than my head. So I don't say that you have to get one this size. This is one that I've had for a while that I just basically keep restocking and keeping up to date. This is the one that stays in the van. I have one that is much smaller that I put in my daily driver, and then I have another one that I keep in my hiking backpack. So for me, better safe than sorry type of situation. I like having this type of thing, not just for me, but for people that I travel with. And then also, you just never know what kind of situation you may come across. So in addition to this, I think it's really important as well to stay up to date on things like CPR, first aid. I've done like stop the bleed trainings and things like that. So maybe that's just me, but I like being prepared for situations and emergencies like that. Number 7 is having some sort of deterrent, is what I will call it, in the form of pepper spray, pepper gel, bear spray, that kind of stuff. I generally have that on me at all times unless it's prohibited in whatever area I'm going into. Like, I don't think I've ever taken it on flights or anything like that, but I have them strategically placed throughout the van so that at any moment, it's just a grab and basically point and spray. I think it's important to remember, number 1, use it every once in a while, make sure it still works, but also make sure that you know what it feels like in your hand when it's pointed the correct way so that you're not pointing it directly at yourself instead of at whoever is trying to cause you harm. So I don't know what the policy is on YouTube for showing that kind of thing, but if I can show you, I will put up, examples of the different types that I have. Number 8 is something that I never would have thought of if I hadn't seen it on Robin's channel, which is Creativity RV. If you don't follow her, she has an amazing channel for people that are nomads and travel. She's written a book, she talks about a lot of really great stuff. But air horn. Now, one thing I don't advocate for is setting this thing off inside the van to test it. Because why did I think that was a good idea? It's very loud. And I think if you ever had somebody that was trying to break into your van or, being aggressive with you, this would capture the attention of everybody in the vicinity. And for me personally, I think it's going to scare dogs. It's going to scare cats. It's going to scare everything. So it's really loud. It's very attention getting, but it also can startle somebody. It's non-invasive. It's not like you're going to harm anybody unless you put it up to their ear and do that. That could probably be bad, but it's just something that I have, and I sleep with this near my bed. Number 9 is having a weapon of some sort to protect yourself if needed. So that I'm not telling you that you have to go out and get any type of weapon. That is really up to the individual person. But there are some things that you can do even if you're not wanting to go the lethal route. One of the things that's really great about having a camper van is that I have a kitchen, and in the kitchen I have knives. So those are here. But then also I have knives that are strategically placed throughout the van because I carry them all over the place, including my hiking pack, because you just never know what you're going to encounter when you're on the trails. I carry them in my purse. I carry them in my work backpack. I carry them everywhere. So I have several and they are everywhere. The other thing that I thought, because I'm going to stick to the non-lethal for this video, that I wanted to share with you though, is a Byrna. If you've never heard of that, I'm going to find the video that I was introduced to the Byrna with and put it up here somewhere. It is basically a kinetic launcher, and you can buy pellets, some of them that are like peppered, and they basically work the same way. You're able to launch them at people that are trying to do you harm. It's legal in all 50 states and I believe Canada for now. And you don't have to have any kind of license to carry it because it's not lethal. So yeah, just figure out what works for you as far as methods for protecting yourself and defending yourself against people that mean to do you harm. Number 10 is something that I bought in 2024, but was never able to use because of chronic fatigue and other illness, related stuff that came up last year. That basically meant that I couldn't hike, I couldn't camp, I couldn't do a lot of things, but it's a Garmin InReach Mini 2. This is basically a satellite tracker. It also has the capability for you to press a button and request emergency services. And it gives the emergency crews your exact satellite location. This is not cheap. So this is an investment. It's not horrible, but it's not cheap. And you have to pay a subscription in order to use it. And yeah, there are details about that. If you're interested, let me know and I'll put details in the comment section. Yeah, this kind of, my friend Erin kept talking about flares and, trackers and all of that stuff. That's basically what this is. This is so that my friends and family know that I can check in, just send a quick message through this if I don't have cell service, and they can always know where I am. I also have find my location turned on for specific people. So they will always know, as long as my phone is on, they will know where I'm at. There are other things too, like making sure that they know ahead of time where you're going. They're just security measures that we should all take whenever, especially if you're traveling solo, with trusted people that have your back and love you. So yes, that I think concludes my list. There are a couple other things that I have that I think aren't specifically related to safety. It's more just preparedness. If you're interested in knowing what those are, let me know in the comment section and I'll do another video. But yeah, if you're still here, please let me know if there's anything that I forgot, things that you think that I should have mentioned, things that I don't may not have that you think I should get, especially from those of you who have been traveling for a while, who live in your vans or your rigs, your vehicles, your RVs, and you found them to be incredibly useful. Yeah, but other than that, I think if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. As you know, I love interacting with you guys. And I think that's it. Thank you for watching to the end, and I will see you in the next video. Take good care.